Back on live, yeah?
Yes.
Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Real Pod. Your host, myself, Naj, and
Naqi.
Today we have our first guest. He's a well-known and well-respected Stoke-based gym owner, a personal trainer, and also works alongside youngsters and children in the local college, and is also part of a crime prevention initiative. Can I introduce Mark to the...
Good afternoon, gents.
You missed something off there.
Oh, sorry.
A former MC.
Mic controller. That's what I do. I used to do. I don't do it no more, boys.
Swap seats.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with the first one then? Why are you called toxic?
Toxic. No one calls me toxic no more.
I do.
My name's you do. My name's Mark Coliseum now. But my alter ego, like you've got Venom. Yeah, I've got toxic.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. So obviously starting off, as you do back in the day, lads hanging around the streets doing what we're doing. Everyone wants to be an MC or what of them back then. So basically, me and my mates, to be fair, we just had. My brother he's always been into rapping and stuff. So
Which one?
Abe.
Oh.
And Gabe, my other brother as well. He's into it as well. But obviously they've had studios in the house and mixing desks and everything like that, DJing. So obviously, naturally, I just followed my older brothers, see what they were doing and stuff. You know what I mean? So obviously, there was a group of us. Obviously, we were called A-List. Yes,
Ooh.
that was before.
Nice.
I didn't know this.
No, A-List. Yeah. So obviously, the biggest tune that we've pretty much did was, it's still on YouTube now. Obviously, people will probably still watch it. Obviously, but
we need to go on YouTube.
Promotion.
Yeah.
wow, we're like 125,000 views on there.
Wow.
But,
Who's getting the money for that?
no, I don't know. We ain't got nothing. But no, so yeah, to be fair, we're in my mate's house. We're playing a bit of tunes, like MCing in the bedroom. And then one time we were in his room playing a song, and it was like a housey kind of tune. It was like a remix. It's called Changes. It's just like a house remix back then. I think it was I was in year 10 at the time, I think. So we were just in his bedroom and we were just spitting lyrics and stuff. And it was kind of okay, this song's actually banging. And we've actually got a video of us recording, just spitting bars in the room to that song. And we just kept on reloading it. And we're like, yeah, this is sick. But everyone's going there. So me and my friend had a little back-to-back and we just went from there. Then the rest of the lads obviously heard this song, and then we all just jumped on the song basically, and then we went to your end actually, Normacut Studio Q.
Let me pause you there.
Yeah.
Let me pause you there. You can say Longton, but don't say Normacut.
Normacut, is that your area?
No, we're Dresden, mate. D block. D block.
Down the road.
It doesn't matter. It's like top Shelton, bottom Shelton.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Don't
Studio
tell me
Q.
tape wars.
Was it Studio Q? It was at
Queensbury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we used to, obviously back then, we just get the bus. So we just get the bus, obviously any weather, just go there and record. So we went there, recorded this song called Changes. We were just doing it for fun. It wasn't really straight in, oh yeah, this is going to go charting. We were just lads messing around, obviously getting off the streets, having a bit of fun, and normally. And then literally we released it, and next minute, probably about 3 months later, we put it out there, and everyone's like, oh my God, that's toxic. So I was like, what? So then obviously it's just a bit weird. I was like, people messaging on the YouTube saying, oh, yes, Stoke on Trent, ST4, because there's a part in the song where it says ST4. Well, there was another song I did, Beat to the Ground, but that was one of them. But then
Is that on YouTube?
Nah, it's not.
Oh.
But that was that was me and one of my mates back in the day. Yeah, so yeah, it's one of them. But obviously everyone got on it, so there was about 7 of the lads who got on it, and we did a big video in the park.
Oh, okay.
So Truia Park, that's where we used to hang around. So basically it was kind of my brother, he went to college, he got a camera from college, he shot a music video for himself for his project at college, and then we were like, we've got this camera, let's do a music video for us, because we had a few videos. So we did a couple videos that summer.
Is that still on YouTube now then?
Yeah, it's still on there. But then obviously someone made what's it called? Wait, like a clowning of the video.
Oh, okay.
So they obviously
parody type.
yeah, one of them.
What? Why would someone do that?
Haters gonna hate, man. You
But
know
like-
the one. But that I don't know. Obviously, we did our video, and then it was like okay, and then everyone put this parody on. So then they did the same video, all our music like video, but they put that gay bar song on the back of it. So
Whoa.
yeah, maybe that might have took us to the next level.
Not in them days. Maybe today, if you did that, you'd be like straight to the top.
To the top.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it was just like, you know what I mean? When you're doing well, and obviously you're going to get that on you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So it's one of them. You take it on the chin, just keep moving, keep climbing. Still got the groupies. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's all right. Yeah, it's good, man.
Nice.
So that's why I'm called Toxic. Sorry.
That's why I called Toxic.
Yeah.
Good start, innit? Good start.
Yeah, good start. I've been wanting to know for a while, to be fair, why you called Tox, because I've heard him call you Tox.
He enjoys it when I call him Tox, not other people.
Yes, Al Jefe and Tox. This is it. Or Venom now.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
Venom. If he is Venom, there he's Al Jefe.
Oh, okay. This is it.
It's
In the
a
ring.
nice divide, yeah.
Jefe.
too many alter egos, man.
This is it.
So from that then,
Yeah.
brings me straight to my next question really is, so from doing that, where you, I suppose, enjoy doing it was a laugh and so on, MCing, singing, DJing,
Not singing, but yeah.
But you know what I mean, MCing it.
Shower only.
Rewind selector.
Yeah.
So from that, what made you go into the fitness world, the training, the gym, or this is before you even opened yours on?
Yeah.
Were you fit and young and active as a youngster, or did you enjoy going to the gym in your early days?
Yeah, so I always kind of been fit. I've always played football, ran athletics. I was like a 100, 200 meter runner for like the county. But then obviously I lost love with that. It was kind of like, I just wanted to play football like every other lad. Just played locally, not in special. Like obviously back then, like you got trials for the county and stuff, but obviously I couldn't get there. Like my mum didn't drive or nothing, so it's kind of like try to ask my mum. Mum, nah, you can't go there. That's gonna be bus fare. You know what I mean? And it's one of them. So them days you can't really do that. So, but so obviously I went college to do music technology at Burslem, but then for me it was kind of like after the first year, because it's all like practical first year. So after that I was just like, nah, this ain't for me. Like, you know, when you switch, something clicks and you think, I'm not gonna make no money on this really, because everyone wants to be a superstar or whatever.
Yeah, and like especially in them days you're talking about, MCing was the thing. Like you had so many little crews popping up everywhere in Stoke.
Yeah.
You had all them little crews, man. I remember.
Yeah, and it was kind of like, obviously, it was like, for me, it was kind of like, well, I'm learning about, in the second year and stuff, I'm learning about sound waves and being the engineer and stuff, and I'm like, this ain't what I'm here for.
I just want to spit.
Yeah. So then, obviously, like, I was just like, okay, I've started something, I'm gonna finish it. That's my mentality. You know what I mean? If I start something, I'm finishing it. So, I was just like, yeah. Well, after that, I was like, I could have done uni. I passed the course and everything, got distinctions and that. But I was like, nah, it's not for me. I'm not on that. So then, fitness, I got into like, obviously, we were going on a lads' holiday. We were going to Iron Apple, and back then, like, everyone was like just skinny, and obviously my older brother, he was a bit wham. So it's kind of like, I need to start doing a bit of training now. So I started training, like going to the gym and then eating, training. And then went Iron Apple. That's how I started. Like, it was kind of like 2010. So I was like, right, I need to get in shape, because I've always been like fit naturally, like, but I was skinny. I was proper skinny, like, just me, like, I had a six pack, but I was skinny. So I just like, let me get on this and training. So that's how I got into fitness. And then obviously I was like, well, what can I do career-wise? I was loving the gym. I was going to the gym about 6-7 days a week, like no days off or whatever. But
this is not you working at the gym. This is you.
This is me. Yeah, training. So
training,
it was a hobby then. So then I was like, I'm actually enjoying this. And I was like, maybe I could get into this, because obviously I worked in a few warehouse jobs and that after college, and I was like, nah, this isn't me. I went into the job. Every job I go into, I look into it and I think, where am I going to be in so many years? And that's my mentality on it. It's like, am I going to want to be one of these? No offense to warehouse workers. Obviously, you got to get your money, whatever you're doing. Like, but for me, I was like looking at the older men in there and I was thinking, nah, it's not for me, man. Like, I think there's more to life than just going and doing a 6 till 2 shift in like New Look. And then you're off for like 4 days on, 4 days off. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. I want to do something I like doing. You know what I mean? So then I did my personal training course. Did my personal training course in Manchester. So I was traveling to Manchester every day on the train, waking up, going there. These times I didn't drive. So it's like I chucked all my money I had left.
Is this a lengthy course then that you've?
It was like
to Manchester?
It was one of them quick ones. It was like a six week one of them. Oh yeah, at the end of this job, at the end of this course, you're gonna get like a 60k PT job, and it's like they promise you the world, innit?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you're not. You know what I mean? It's like, so I did it anyway. I was like, yeah, 60k, I'm gonna get it. But then when you get into the real world of actually doing the course, it's like you got a graft to make your money. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of PTs out here, and it's kind of like, well, oh yeah, I've got me qual now. You know what I mean? You like say you can go anywhere now and get a course. There's loads of these courses that'll get funding off the government and stuff, but then you don't actually know the job. It's like driving. You don't know the job until you're doing it every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just kind of one of them. And then you just grafted then. So then when I finished my course, luckily I got hired at a gym, 21st Century, Westport Lake. So then I worked there for about 6-7 years, man. Yeah.
Okay.
6-7 years. Obviously, I got a job at the council alongside that, and then doing the same thing. That was like the easiest job I ever did at the council. It was like I was about what?
You're not supposed to say that on camera.
Yeah, mate, it was.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows the dosses, but
Yeah.
you'd have to like.
I know he likes the council, so
Don't get me started this early.
That's if they're not on sickness, if they're in work.
they were coming for me, man. They were in Coliseum. No, you can't have it. No, but yeah. So literally, I just sat there. It was the one. Do you know where in Mia? Where KFC is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just up the road from there. I used to work there.
Mia Community Centre.
Yeah, is it community centre?
Community centre. Yeah.
So they had a little gym there, and it was
Yes.
like literally just you go in there, sitting at a desk, watch people come in. Like it was mainly like an older people's background kind of thing. You used to go in like it was their routine. So they get up, they do the gym, and then that's it. About 12 o'clock, it's like done. Like no one's coming in till like 6 o'clock. So I sat there from like the morning. There was like a little busy period, 9 till 12. And then from 12 till about 6 when I finished, it was kind of like, what do I do? So I just sat there and played Jungle Run before getting some top scores. And that was it. But yeah, man. And then obviously got into working at the college, got in there doing the same thing, and then set
But
up
from
the gym.
working there at the gym and the council place,
yeah.
so you're in a gym environment now,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
in fitness. What made you take that? Like, because don't get me wrong, like you said, you've got an easy job now, yeah?
Yeah, at the council, yeah.
At the council,
Yeah, yeah.
getting paid. Obviously, what made you take that step of, right, okay, I'm going to make an investment here and go hire somewhere, lease or buy a building, and we'll buy the equipment, because that's not cheap, and then however you put your classes together, and ultimately it's
Like
a
the
business,
gym.
isn't it? It early starts, you the gym's open like 6 a.m, isn't it?
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
classes
yeah,
running
start
till
at 6.
8, 9 at night, so that's a lot of hard work. Any business hard work, but what made you take that step that, do you know what, I can
Go
do
that
this? Because you wouldn't want to sit
Yeah.
there all day in your own gym, would
No,
you? You'd
no,
want
no.
it busy.
You gotta stay
You don't want
active,
it 12
yeah,
till
yeah.
6 empty. You'd want it where it's busy and people are coming and going. So what made you, from sitting in that environment,
So,
think,
it was just like kind of for me, it was like I was working for people. Like obviously I worked in a couple of gyms and I'm like, well, for me, I'm making money for other people. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, obviously I'm doing stuff for minimum wage here, like for me. And I was like, well, I'm making money for other people. And you get to the point, obviously, like no one's bigger than the gym or the company. No one's big. It's like football. No one's bigger than the team. or
everybody's
whatever.
replaceable, yeah.
Everyone's replaceable. But like, I realized like how I handle people and obviously how I get on with people and help them get to their levels. It was like a niche situation kind of thing. So I was kind of like, well, yeah, man.
So was Coliseum your first gym, or did you have other gyms that you opened?
No, Coliseum was the first gym I opened. Yeah, I did it with a school friend at the time. So he was into fitness, I was into fitness, and it was like no brainer, man. Like opportunity came around. It was a gym that would already open, you see. So like the venue was available, and I was just like, well, it's too good to be true because all the equipment was already there. So it's like too good to be true. I can't miss out on this kind of thing. So I didn't really think about it really.
It just fell into place.
Yeah, and I was like, well, if someone says, "Oh, you got something there," just go for it. Like I've always been like, if you don't try, because once I got offered a job in Dubai. This is like early. I was about 21 at the time, and I was thinking, like, one of my mates, he said, "Oh, I've got someone connected with you and all this." So I spoke to the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, we can get you over." I think it's Fitness First. They were like, "Yeah, we can get you over, pay for your accommodation, all this and stuff and that." And obviously, I spoke to my mum and spoke to my family, and I was thinking, I bottled it, man. Like I was 21, and I was thinking, you know what, bottled it, because I was like, nah, because these times I was out, I was loving life. I was, you know what I mean, out here, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to go there. I've never, like I say, I never was away for a long time on my own before. It'd be a fresh start, isn't it? So I think that kind of made me motivated more to jump at the gym situation, because I was like,
and not lose out this time.
Yeah, because obviously I look at what if, but then I wouldn't have a gym, or I won't be where I am today if I did go to Dubai. You don't know, do you?
Of course,
So it was one of them, but
maybe there wouldn't be a Coliseum if you went to
there
Dubai.
wouldn't be a Coliseum.
And maybe we would have probably never met.
Yeah. Well, you've moved, haven't you? You moved it, was it just before COVID? You got your own gym, didn't you? New place, new setup.
We're not going to expose anyone, but anyway.
Have I missed something? Yeah. No, but the new place, because you moved, didn't you?
Yeah. So obviously the old place was on. It was a bigger place. The old place was, like, without a doubt, like it was a good venue. Obviously, until it started leaking in and stuff, you know what I mean? So
okay,
I was kind of
memories.
Like, yeah, man. But like, obviously, for me, we were on the second floor as well. But at night time, like, if you're a female or even a male, like you're walking out and you're walking through the downstairs and the lights are off, it's dark, and you're thinking it's a big old school warehouse, and you're thinking, it's not really attractive for people to come to the gym. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's an older warehouse, but it's smaller. But it's like, at least you're in walking side. You just walk in and you're in and out then, aren't you? Kind of thing. You're on a car park, but yeah, it's more of a. We're lucky in again, because obviously we've happened with COVID and stuff. I moved in January, and then COVID happened in March.
March, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I think,
is that not when you thought maybe just like a lot of business, because a lot of businesses shut at the time, didn't they? Unfortunately, you've been going 20, 30 years even. So did you not think at that time that, hang on, maybe I should have stayed there, maybe I shouldn't have moved? Now the gyms, as soon as you've opened it, theoretically on paper, everything's shut, didn't it? So did you not think, you know what, this is the time to just, this isn't for me?
I haven't got quitting really in my bloodline, like,
because obviously there's no
I like that bloodline.
Yeah, because there's no open up time, is there? Because we're in COVID now, the whole world's in lockdown as such. What were you thinking? How are we going to keep this going? How are we going to pay the bills? How are we going to keep the doors open? Because there was a lot of controversy regarding gyms, wasn't there? There's a lot of Facebook posts and police turning up and people, we're just warming up, or we're just getting together as a wake do, or whatever you want to call them. So there's a lot of, I think one of the most popular ones was the gyms to keep people active and mentally.
Because obviously it was more of the gym's more of a, like, it's a stress relief as well as anything. Like, you go in there, you're social, you're doing your workouts, and obviously at Coliseum, that's what we do, kind of thing. You come to the gym, like, everyone knows each other, or even if you're new, everyone makes you feel welcome, kind of thing. So it doesn't take long for anyone to settle in, and there's no clickiness at the gym. But like in lockdown, like I moved there and I was thinking, right, like, what are we gonna do here? Because I've just basically moved in here, and it's kind of like we're shut.
It's no income.
No. So luckily for me, like obviously we've got members on memberships kind of thing. So obviously I said to the members, I says, right, so you could either pause it. Yeah, they had 3 options. You could either pause it or keep it running or whatever. You know what I mean? So you could pay half or whatever. And most members carried on paying, but then obviously we were offering things for them. So we're doing like online classes. So to be fair, I enjoyed lockdown. I can't admit, like I woke up, I'd do a class probably about 7 o'clock in the morning, jump on Zoom. Was it Zoom?
Zoom, yeah.
So Zoom, their shares definitely went up in lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't it? Yeah.
Big time.
So obviously jumped on Zoom, and then I just chatting to the people. Like you have a little chat with everyone, and then it's kind of like you do the session online because I lent the people the weights and stuff because they're paying me membership. I says, if you want to do online classes, come down. We'll get you a bar and stuff. And
Oh,
we'll
so
do
you
that.
actually let your members come in the gym and gave them equipment to use at home?
When we knew,
during
so
lockdown?
when
Wow,
we knew,
okay.
when we knew lockdown was coming, because it was like them few days. It was like right,
The
guys.
build up.
Yeah, the build up. It was kind of like right, we need to just get everything sorted. So we lent everything. I've seen a lot of gyms were getting broken into and stuff as well in lockdown. So it was kind of a smarter idea for me to say, well, you can break in, but there's nothing in there. So, you know what I mean? You break into an empty shell, unless you want to lift the heavier dumbbells. And well,
The machines.
Yeah, the machines, like, fair play to you. But, yeah, so basically that was it there. So we did online stuff, kept everyone active. I tried to, like I say, I tried to speak to everyone every day kind of thing. And then just making sure we're doing online boot camps and everything, yeah.
And now that you're back up and running and we're COVID free
Ish, yeah.
ish.
We'll be PC and say there's COVID around, there's no lockdowns, but maybe.
Okay. We just need Putin to do something again, I think. And COVID will go away.
Okay.
But anyway,
We're getting
something has
cancelled.
to take over something.
We're
hasn't
getting
it?
cancelled.
So
I'm going to walk out the door right now.
He's trying to push. I'm not biting.
I'm not biting.
You will in a bit.
Because obviously, because you got terrorism, but then they have time off because
Yeah, but terrorism's gone now.
because COVID comes,
Yeah.
so everybody they can't do terrorist things. They have to stay indoors.
Yes.
So then
We're going to be
obviously,
labelled conspiracy
COVID come,
theorists at this
so
rate.
COVID come, terrorism finished, but then Putin come and COVID got scared, and
Exactly.
so. But yeah,
It is what it is, isn't it? Like mainstream media, boys.
I'm going off what's on
Another one.
TV. How can they cancel me? They put it up.
Yeah.
I'm going off.
I
What's
think
on
one of
TV.
the best things was when they were telling you we're going to make these tiers
Yeah.
and we're going to put you in lockdown on this date. And it was funny how you couldn't catch COVID until you went into lockdown.
on that date. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. There's loads of things like this, like closing the gyms at a certain time. Like
Oh,
you can go
mad.
to the gym in the morning, then boom.
It didn't.
We did Snowdon, didn't we? It
Yes.
was a gym, and we raised about, I think it was like $3,500 for like a local mental health hospital, Harplands, Ward 2, I think it was, or Ward 3, Ward 3.
Yeah,
I
Ward
think.
3.
But yeah, so basically, in the paper when it was printed, it was like, it said, like, we had a little write up underneath this heading, but then the heading at the top was something like, man batters someone with like a stick. And I thought that was in capital letters, but then you had, Coliseum. But I had a picture of me. I had a picture of
So
me.
that title
shaking
with
this
your
guy's
face.
hand. Yeah, so.
So that's where. So is this still running this initiative then with the knife?
Yeah,
crime?
so obviously we just keep getting it. Obviously reaching out to kids and stuff in the local areas, seeing what we can do. Obviously, because like back in our day, it was kind of like if you had trouble with someone, you just swing it out like or whatever, and,
Yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah.
and then it's done. Like shake hands and you're done. Whereas nowadays, like knives, you mean you're either killing someone or like taking it to the next level. You're going to jail. You're ruining your life, and you're ruining the kid who gets stabbed, or vice versa. You mean because it only leads to one way.
How did you find you growing up in Stoke in regards to, knife crime? I don't think it was around as such
like-
then, but were they just street crime? Were you involved in anything, or were you?
No, so obviously, like, you're always getting, like, you just get a bunch of lads, you go, you never, say if you're in a bunch of lads and someone doesn't like someone else, then there's always going to be a bit of commotion going on, isn't there? I think back in the day, knife crime, I remember back in the day, I was in, like, year 7, something like that. That was the first time I kind of came across it, because like, long story short, something happened. Obviously, I was with my older brothers, and this guy just whips out some big samurai swords and starts chasing us.
Oh.
So we were like, what? So obviously, growing up in Stoke, you know what it's like. I mean, like, it's just mad, isn't it? But we were like, oh, right. So is this how it is then? But then obviously, the guy was older than me, so he went to school and that. He went to our school at the time, but then he was like, that's some big, dirty samurai, like some gothic samurai thing. And we were like, oh, is this it? Like, you mean? Because obviously you couldn't fight. Because that's how it is, isn't it? If you can't fight, then
You got to bring something into the equation.
Yeah, this is the problem, I think, with modern society.
this is the problem, yeah.
Because it's like, accept your role or make yourself good enough that you can fight.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, accept your position, sit on the sidelines, and let the real people do their shit.
Yeah, but we're not obviously trying to promote fighting.
No.
It's more of a self-defense, isn't it? It's
100%, 100%.
Like, but these guys are going out like thinking, oh, try and start trouble. Like, we've had that back in the day. Obviously, there's people like I used to chill with back in the day. They'd be like starting it, and then obviously you got to defend how.
Yes.
You mean, and it's one of them, but because end of the day, you're gonna let your mate get kicked in or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't
There's
do
bullies
that.
in every walk of society.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's a sticky situation. We've all been there, but obviously you grow up and you move on from that kind of situation. But yeah, these kids these days, they're walking around with knives that are bigger than themselves, and it's like, what for?
How do you find it at the college? I don't want to mention the name, but it being college and kids.
So,
and so
obviously,
on.
like,
how do you find it working there? Is it
me,
tough? Is it hard or?
like for me, obviously, I'm one of them. Like with these kids, I think what it is, you can't even call them kids. They're like young adults, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, like, I think what it is, they just obviously everyone wants respect, and that's it. So I'm one of them. I've always been one. If you show me respect, I'll show you respect. So I'm not gonna talk down to these younger kids and be like, "Oh, what you doing?" You know what I mean? Because that's the first thing. If you talk to them with a bit of respect, they'll show you a lot more respect. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. If you go in and shouting at kids, and I see some people shouting at the kids and going on, I'm like, well, you're not helping yourself there, are you really?
I agree with that 100%. I really saw it when I was in teaching. The difference. Why a lot of teachers complain kids don't listen to his kids. Like, I got on with all the kids, all the naughty kids. You know,
It's the way you approach it.
exactly. You got to talk to them on their level. But when you're trying to
Talk down to them.
exactly, they're
Tell
not
them.
Yeah.
So
I think they just want to feel like they're adults as well. Like, you mean? So it's like, I'll have laughing jokes with them. Like, I'll give them banter. You know, everyone knows me. Like, you mean, if I want to take the mick out of you, I'll take the mick out of you. But it's banter, and it's not. You mean? Whereas some people are like, just no, like straight face, like shouting at. Obviously, we did a video not too long ago, and it kind of gives out the mentality of all the environment of what we do. You know what I mean? And like people come to me, oh yeah, your gym looks very friendly and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I've had people message me saying, oh, I want to come to your gym. It's friendly, and you know what I mean? It looks very warm and stuff. Because they've been other gyms, and it's kind of like, oh, don't like that. I won't fit in. Like,
No, because I've seen the video.
Yeah.
We'll probably try to put it up if we can, but we'll put a link in the
description,
in the description for the Coliseum anyway.
Yeah.
But so seeing the video, you know, they feel comfortable to be able to go there and enjoy themselves, you know, gym wise, and you know, because you do a lot of classes, don't you?
yeah, we do a lot of
PTs
classes.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
You do a lot, don't you?
It's just a friendly environment. Like, there's no like, obviously you can talk to any of the staff, and like no one would be like, oh, don't like it, or you know what I mean? No, or you know what I mean? Naqi, when he does his classes, they probably don't like him then or whatever.
Yeah.
He's got his sick bucket there.
We
as well.
don't.
Yeah. You know about the sick bucket, don't you?
Yeah. Moving on. We're asking the questions.
Okay,
yeah.
But no, it's just a good environment, man. You know what I mean? It's like,
What classes you got going on at the Coliseum though? What you got going on besides the well-renowned body blast of Stoke-on-Trent at the Coliseum?
They call him the smiling assassin because he look at him now. This is what he does. He's like, yeah. So we do circuit training, box fits, which is a very popular class. We do strength training. We've got body blast, obviously. We've got spinning on the bikes and everything. Also, we got a new class that started on a Sunday. That's a kickboxing kind of thing, like a kickbox exercise. So it's like a box fit, but you throwing a few kicks in there as well. And that's quite popular.
Because you started a boot camp as well, haven't you? Started.
Yeah.
So another thing. Sorry, guys. We've been trying to get Mark on for a little while now, but he's been very busy at the gym. So every time we organise something, he's like, "PT's come up, mate. I've got to do this. I've got to do this with the clients." So finally,
January. I've been
January,
quiet all
innit?
December, mate. You know what I mean? January is a busy time of year for most gyms, and then it obviously drops off. It picks back up in March when everyone wants to worry for like, you know what I mean? Summer. So yeah, it's just how it is really. It's kind of busy time of the year. It's like a squirrel and nuts, isn't it? You just got to grab what you can and go from there. But yeah, it's just that thing, isn't it? You know, you just got to...
I know you want to... I mean, I know you love your... I say students or clients as such, with supporting them and helping with their journeys. Have you got a journey going on at the moment? Are you doing anything yourself, for yourself, besides your students?
Yeah, I've been putting in some work, man. Obviously, I went to High Rocks. Yeah, it's like it's not CrossFit, but it's like a kind of along them lines CrossFit exercise kind of thing. So I went with one of my members, Joe. And Joe's a machine, by the way. Like, yeah, burpees galore.
I've seen them videos.
Yeah, Joe's a machine. I use her as an example with so many people.
Yeah, I'd probably like put her up against anyone, but she's shy, so it's kind of like she's just different class. Yeah, but like, so I went there, and it's kind of like, so there's loads of like exercises that you go around. You have to run 1K, and then you go from that, and then go through. But she got to the burpees. Joe loves burpees. Everyone else in the gym hates burpees, pretty much anyway. There's not many people who like them. But like Joe, like obviously you were doing burpee broad jumps. So you do a burpee, jump to the floor, big jump, and then you go from there. Like Joe, when she got onto that, mate, she took people's souls. It was kind of like, so this is one person, Joe. Just she must have gone past about 15 people. So. Wow. Obviously, I went watching, and like a couple of my mates did it as well, and I was like, yeah, I could see myself doing this, because obviously I've always been like banging weights, and like I've just got bored of it, man. Like I'm lifting weights. I'm getting older now, man, and like the aches and pains are kicking in now, so it's kind of like I don't really want to keep on lifting too many weights. So I started getting into a bit of these, like, it's similar to CrossFit, but it's like Metcon in it, so Metcon kind of stuff. So
it really tests your cardio and endurance in it.
At the end of the day, that's what you want to do in the long term, isn't it? Like get the ticker going, like proper, keep it working. So
weight training's overrated.
Yeah, I loved it though. But now I just
so we'll see a body blast then every week.
Doubtful, mate. Yeah, I'm with the students on that.
His work, his other job at the college coincides with that, so he's set it properly.
Yeah, this is it, mate. So obviously, I'd have to. I didn't want to come down and show you lads up. Like,
fair enough. Then,
I've been doing bits though. Like, so we're going. I think I'm gonna get a couple of members together. We're gonna do that.
So you think you put a team together?
Yeah. We always do like charity events and stuff. So
okay,
I'm thinking we'll do that, and maybe Snowdon again, just because a few people said they want to do it, so we're organising a few things, do something like that along the lines. But it's one of them things where you need to train. You can't just rock up and do it. So like I say, I'm not a long distance runner. I used to run 100, 200 county. So long distance isn't for me.
You're a sprinter, not a marathon runner.
Fast twitch fibers, you know what I mean? So I'm not really them long distance guys, but I'm gonna put myself up against it. And so you have to run 1K in between, I think it's 8 exercises, or so every time you finish exercise, you have to go run round 1K, which doesn't sound as much, but when you're out and you're deep in the field, like I
can imagine after every exercise, do it. Another exercise, do it. It's just an added exercise, isn't it?
Not everybody's cup of tea.
It's more of a mental thing, and it's kind of like, right, don't go all out on it. You mean just get your pace. And, and that's what I'm looking to do. Like that's my goal. Like this year, I'm gonna do that. Get a few people in, and plus I had a little side bet with Joe's husband. He said he wanted beat me or something. So I was like, yeah, all right, we'll see.
Yeah.
So that's the real reason then. Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
there's no money involved. It's just.
It's just friendly
when somebody says they can beat us, that we've got this thing where it's like
it's personal now.
Our egos, like there was this one time we did a charity bike thing. Our egos got so big that we We were only supposed to do a few K. We ended up doing 125K just so nobody can get near us.
Well, it's all for charity.
I mean,
So.
Yeah.
Me and Naqi, we just decided to stop.
Yeah, and we were like, we're not going to beat each other. We'll just go on 125 and ain't nobody getting near us.
Yeah.
Talking of journeys, somebody else got their black belt, didn't they?
Well, you should have
kept that quiet, didn't he?
This is Mark's
Yeah,
kept
you
that
know, we'll
right.
share my interview with you. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I won't say the mechanism he did to do it, something with a toe and a.
Oh, yeah.
So, what no? Yeah, so yeah, he smashed it, hasn't he? Like I've
Done
seen
well there,
Naqi
bro.
come from.
And now you're
from
going to make me
waist up.
blush.
You know what I mean? Like when we first started the Coliseum, I remember him walking through the door. I was like, yeah, man. But he stuck at it.
Stuck at it,
inside.
yeah.
He's motivated, and that's what we do. You know what I mean? Like that's how we try to pass it on to other
Stay
people.
disciplined. I was watching something, a video, and the guy was saying, it's got nothing to do with motivation. Because you have your days where you're motivated and your days where you just couldn't give a.
Yeah.
He goes, but it's discipline.
Yeah,
So you'll still get up and go and do this week, gym in this case. And obviously, it's been a while, Auntie. How many? Is it like 10 years nearly close? How long has it taken you to get yours?
Don't
No, I
disrespect
got
me.
over. Sorry. No, it's something.
I think I've broken some records.
No.
7.5 years. Where an average is 10 to 12
7
years.
and a half. No, I was thinking, sorry. I know I was thinking 10. Average person takes roughly
10 to 12 years,
sorry.
yeah.
2 years a belt on average. 5 belts in there, yeah? 5
Yeah.
belts. So give or take.
Give or take,
10
yeah.
years, sorry. That's what I meant. So you did it in how long?
7.5.
Yeah. And this is it, man.
Definitely got to break some records, especially in
course.
Stoke. I don't know many Asians
Wow. Many people.
or many people that are black belt anyway.
I'm glad you said belt then. I don't know many people.
Who are black.
There are many people that
I was like, yeah, okay, I'm here. No, but no, like he smashed it, man. I remember like what were your heaviest?
Ooh. So when I started training, when I met you, I must have been about 105, 110.
Yeah.
But I started when I was about 130 kilo when I started.
Wow.
2015.
Yeah.
So the gym's gone strength from strength, then, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
It's going strength from
Mad,
strength.
man. Yeah, like I say, that's work rate. That's obviously that just shows Rome wasn't built in a day, is it? You know what I mean?
100%,
So,
100%.
Yeah.
yeah, Coliseum
100%.
slogan, just throwing it in there, lads. You know
Why
what I mean?
not?
So, but
No,
yeah,
but it's true though, isn't it? It's that thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Discipline and
It's
keep
discipline.
going at it. So, and it fits
We
in
had-
nicely, as a cliche as it may sound.
Like I had it first hand off a guy, like the guy who comes from Estonia, Preet Mikkelsen, our black belt,
yeah,
who like co-promoted me, you could say. Or Chris is under him and I'm under Chris kind of thing.
yeah.
He said to us like, there's no such thing as motivation, it's discipline. And if you can stay disciplined at something, you'll get it. And motivation is just a fake word thrown around. There's no such thing as motivation, it's discipline.
Yeah.
And that kind of always clicked in me. I was like, motivation, nah, it's discipline. Get up, do the same. Like on Monday, like I got my black belt on Sunday and I was getting messages of like Chris and some others, how's it feeling? Are you settling in? And I was like,
You want more?
I've got up and I'm just back in my Monday routine. I'm doing my conditioning. I've got my rings to do, and then I've got training in the evening again. So it ain't made a difference to me. In fact, it's made me push even more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because now I've got to get to that level.
Yeah, we need to go on
So-
the big screen now, UFC.
Oh, bloody hell. That's a
yeah,
bit too
that's
far
all
away.
right.
But yeah, we'll get on the big screen hopefully somewhere.
You got to vision it though. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah, got a vision. Yeah, but
That's what one, man.
grappling, man. Get on it, people.
FA.
So what's your aims then? What you got going on? You got plans for the gym, or where do you, let's say, I don't know, where do you see yourself at 40? Where would you have the gym moved? Would you have a bigger gym? Would you have more
potentially.
classes?
Obviously,
What?
I've had the bigger gym before, so I get it. Obviously, I need to do it. I think if the more the Coliseum grows, then I'd have to looking at a bigger premises, and obviously that's the main goal. Obviously, sorry. Yeah, so it's just obviously just got to see how far we can take it. You know what I mean? The bigger building, maybe own the building that I'm in. You know what I mean? That's obviously a big shout kind of thing. So yeah, that's the goal.
Because the classes seem to be growing, though, don't they? I know it's that time of the year
January,
as well,
yeah,
but they always seem to be growing, though, don't they? The classes, they don't sort of decline. They always seem to be getting busier and busier. And every time I go in, I'm always like, I'm gonna have to go right at the edge now. Eventually, there'll be no space left.
Yeah. And that's it. That's it. Yeah, obviously we have some more equipment in as well now, so it's kind of clogging up a little bit more as well. So it's kind of hopefully like we look at a different venue and see what comes along from there. If it's like I say, if it warranties doing it kind of thing, yeah. So,
Yeah, because I was going to say reference to the equipment as well, because more so because I've heard it in the gym, it's what they wanted into certain machines, which is then you've sort of heard the gym and I think I've seen it on the post. One of the posts is the People's Gym.
Yeah.
So you heard what the people had to say,
Yeah,
and then you went
try to
out
provide
and
it. Yeah.
provided it for them. So is it? Obviously, they'll be a lot more happier enjoying the gym. Got
Of
the machines
course,
that they
yeah.
want.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like I look at it when I go into. I look at it and think I could train here. Like you mean like in lockdown, for example, like you were allowed to do 1 hour training. I was going there, and like I say, I was in there training. You mean it's kind of a thing where if I enjoy training there, then like obviously other people will as well. Like I don't train there because people ask me questions when I train. So it's kind of one of them. So yeah, it's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I love training in there. Like, it's the best thing. You know, I've got my freedom in there. I can do what I want. Got everything that I need. The job's good, and I don't have to go in front of bloody.
I won't tell you about the footage of Naqi training. Good, like obviously the real part.
Yeah, it's a new idea, man,
Yeah.
and we just thought, why not?
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
go.
No pressure on me being the first one. I make or break on your views, aren't I?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We'll get it there.
Doesn't matter, we'll get it there.
We'll get it there.
Yeah, man.
Because I was gonna say, you know, when it backfires with this whole video thing nowadays, and because that Liver King, remember how he come around, yeah? But at the end of it, he only did it. I've seen the video where he only
Man.
did it to promote his own supplements in the end of
Oh,
all
okay.
this journey. You know what the aim was? He wanted to just get recognised.
Yeah.
He got recognised. Then his aim was, right, I'm going to get my own supplements out and get them sold, yeah?
Yeah.
But by then, he'd already...
Yeah, it got mine. But
It hit the
he
fan
was
by
just telling
then.
everyone to eat meat, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Live it. It's like
Like live it.
But he
like-
was taking stuff himself.
Yeah, of course. He was
Enhancements.
banging steroids.
he was
Yeah.
on crazy steroids.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, each your own. Like, I've never been one of them guys. Like, but it's kind of like, yeah, eat this liver and you're gonna get massive. It's like
It's nonsense.
It's like no, you're not. So it's like that whole Rocky put
Yeah,
bloody
yeah.
egg whites and he drank it raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, that's a good way to get protein. And it's like, yeah, that's a good way to get salmon.
Yeah.
That's
It's
sort of
true.
like that. You know what I mean? It's
It's true.
like, yeah, man, it's crazy. But people will do it just because they see it on TV. And that's
Yeah,
it.
it's true. But obviously, he's gone now off the scene, auntie. Totally sort
He'll
of
be
been
back.
shamed, auntie.
Yeah, but the thing is, he'll be back. He's, you know, there's still a lot of people who
He's
is
already
fans.
made his money though, hasn't
Yeah.
he?
So
So,
he's made his money, so he's not
Crazy
really
money.
too concerned,
Crazy
is he,
money.
now,
yeah,
in that respect.
that's it though, isn't it?
But yeah, I think he'll be away from the internet for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a lot of hate after that.
It's mad, isn't it, man? But now, like, go on.
No, so I was just saying, but you would do though, because for the people who've put a lot of work and effort into their bodies, let's say, or their fitness, and then for somebody to come along and tell them forget everything,
Eat liver.
eat liver, you're gonna look like this, and he had a good physique on him. There's no,
Yeah,
he
you
had
can't
a very
deny
good
it.
physique,
Yeah,
yeah.
Can't deny
so
that.
he's like, forget everything, eat meat, eat liver, and he'll look like this.
But there's actually guys out there who would eat liver now. But
Yeah,
like,
he set a trend off until then more people started questioning, looking into it, and then realizing that obviously I've seen one interview where he's trying to talk, but he can't even lift his head. This is when everything's come out.
Yeah.
And he says like, I was gonna tell everybody at the right time, and
Oh, yeah.
when he's made another couple of
another couple hundred mil, let it keep
yeah.
flowing in, and then I was gonna tell everybody.
Yeah.
But the sad part is that most people can't look at that and tell straight away roids. Like,
yeah, of course.
anybody with half a
Blatant,
sense
yeah.
of
But
knowing.
people have bought it though. People have
Yeah,
bought
yeah,
into
yeah.
that though.
And it's like, just look at him like and use your brain. You know, the human body's made in a certain way. It's not going to achieve that, however old he is, but he's old.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Without the help of roids, he's doing that. No
Yeah,
chance.
It's mad, isn't it? Man?
Appreciate your time. Thank you very much for
Thanks
making
for
the
having
time
me
and
on,
coming
boys.
to
Yeah, it's been
coming
good.
on our podcast. And
Hopefully the views fly.
No,
I'm
but it
sure
was
they will.
interesting, you know, listening to your beginning, and because I
how
didn't
you
know a lot of that,
started.
even
Yeah.
though we've known each other for quite a few years now.
yeah, same. I was I've known you a little while. Obviously, for those who don't know on the podcast, known you a little while, but I don't know your story
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Yeah.
With the gym, but we've got we're finishing off now with a quick speed round, shall we call it? Of some
Yes,
quick
no
fi-
answers.
quick fire questions. Yeah,
This could
So,
be dangerous.
this could be dangerous. Yeah, we'll see which side of the fence you're on. You want to do it, Naqi, or shall I?
Okay, the first one, and I know the answer to this.
Go on.
I do.
Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi?
Messi.
I
Yes,
knew,
go
I
on.
knew.
It was
I
even
knew.
before the World Cup.
God,
Messi.
God, that's it. Done.
I knew,
Done.
I knew.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, second one then, Naj.
Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Ferrari.
I knew.
I didn't say Ferrari
Yeah,
before.
the
you.
red
knew.
Ferrari back in the day. Come on.
Okay. Mixed martial arts or boxing? Nah, there's gonna be some.
I'm gonna say boxing. I'm sorry.
Oh, Tox.
Mate.
Remember, being one-dimensional is not as good as being four or
I know he's
five-dimensional.
gonna say that. But you know what? Anthony Joshua.
History, it's the
T-Rex.
history, innit? I
It's the
agree.
T-Rex, innit?
Plus,
Yeah.
I agree, it's the history as well. Boxing's been
I
around a
think
long
obviously
time.
MMA's and UFC or whatever, like,
Yeah.
it's coming up, innit? Like,
Yeah.
But then you
100%.
got like guys like Conor McGregor at the top of the tree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's killing it.
Yeah.
Like,
He's not top
I
of the
just-
tree, but yeah.
Wow.
He was. Money-wise,
He
money-wise,
was, yeah.
money-wise.
Only money
Yeah.
in his mouth. That's
Well,
it.
like I say, the top guys, they didn't get paid as much as him.
No.
Not then though, because he's still not new, but it's
Like,
controlled.
you look at Anderson
different
Silva,
way.
for example.
Nowhere
He's
near.
not made no
He probably
much.
made his biggest payday when he just fought one of the pools, was it? Or
Yeah.
But that was probably his biggest payday from one fight.
yeah. Like I say, clouds, sales, boys.
Next one then, Naj.
Next one. I think I know this one, but Khabib or Conor.
Khabib.
Oh yeah, bad man.
I just really
All right. Oh, last one. This is where
Give a straight face. when
this
you
is
do
where we might get cancelled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight
Greta
face.
Thunberg
Okay.
or Top G.
He's top G.
Andrew Tate.
Oh man. You know what? Like, I don't even.
I bet you haven't followed that.
Yeah,
have you?
you don't know what happened,
Yeah.
innit?
I don't know. Like, it's a bit of a mad one.
You must have heard that beef though.
You know
Yeah?
Greta as well, who it is, though, don't
Yeah,
you?
the little girl, innit? Well,
Yeah.
mate, I'll be honest. I don't watch news. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't.
Oh,
do
he's
that.
nice being PC.
So,
In your position, I'm okay. You're good. You're good.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Playing the game.
Yeah, man. But nah, it's mad still. Yeah, getting me on that one.
Any more?
Just one more there, then, if you want to do that one.
Oh, Tox. This is a good one.
Go on.
So, if you were blind, how would you signal to someone you're hungry?
Oof. If I was blind.
Think about it. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Think about
You
it.
can't tell him, can you?
No.
The thingy.
I'm not doing that salt thing.
So, if you were blind,
yeah.
how would you signal to someone that you're hungry?
I don't know, like. I don't know, innit? How would you signal?
Hey?
That looked like something else.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's definitely going to the bloopers, that is.
Cut.
You know what I'd do if
Go
I
on
was
then.
blind?
Because I don't know the answers to this.
I don't know the answer. Okay.
Come on
You
then.
know what I would do?
Tell them with your mouth.
Yeah. I'd just tell him I'm
Because you only
hungry.
be blind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't just blind. You can talk.
I thought it was a trick question.
Yeah, it is a trick question.
It's a trick question, yeah. But yeah, I'd just tell him I was
But-
hungry.
Mark Tox, it's been a pleasure, mate.
Nice one, boys.
Sharing this time with you.
It's been good, man.
Thank you for coming and making the time.
yeah.
We'll have to do it
And
again.
hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully, we're going to do more seasons if we, pick off, get up,
Yeah.
You can
and
make
then
the time to come back again.
we get you again. Maybe another
It's not
story.
January, boys. Come on. No, nice one for having me on, boys.
Yeah. On that
Appreciate
note, we still haven't got anything to end.
Hey?
We still haven't got anything to end.
We
Hasta
haven't-
la
we
vista.
haven't- We haven't said Venom today either.
Oh, there he is.
I'll do
Yeah.
hasta.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Till the next time.